Alright guys, this is Sergeant Slayer 117, back again with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about E3 2017, all the conferences and like what I hope to see. Now before I begin talking about it, I just want to say that this is probably going to be split up into 3 or 4 parts. So this is going to be part 1. And in this first part, I'll be talking about Microsoft and Sony's conferences and what I hope to see. So sit back, get a drink, some snacks. You can listen to this while you're playing your own games or doing whatever else. I'm okay with that. And with all that stuff out of the way, let's begin with part 1 of my E3 2017 predictions. Alright, so we're going to start with the Xbox Microsoft E3 conference and what I hope to see. So alright, let's get started. So the Xbox Scorpio, the price and the release date. So the Scorpio is something that they've been talking about for a while now, and I'm really hoping that it's like the price point is $400. That would be great. $399. You know, that would be perfect. Some people have been saying 500. Other people have been saying like 600, which I think is kind of crazy, but and so yeah, I want it to be 400, and I want it to release in either October or November. November would be nice cuz that's when my birthday happens, so I'd be cool with getting that as a birthday gift. So yeah, I'm really hoping the Scorpio does well. I hope they have like games to show running on the Scorpio. New games would be really nice. They're probably going to show like third-party stuff, like Shadow of War, and what else do they have besides that? Maybe, I don't know, maybe the new Splinter Cell that's been like rumored, and obviously all the exclusive stuff. And speaking of exclusives, next thing I want to talk about is, let me see, Forza Motorsport 7. So they're probably going to show that. It's not really, I mean, I'm making a prediction here. I mean, they're obviously going to show it. I'm not really into racing games like that. I'm probably going to get Forza Horizon 3 with all the DLCs. So like the Snow DLC that they released, and then the Hot Wheels DLC. I want to pick all of that up together, but I think I'm going to skip Forza Motorsport 7. They're going to show gameplay of it, obviously. If you're into those type of racing games, then Forza Motorsport 7 is definitely going to impress you. And it's going to be running on the Scorpio, obviously, at 4K 60. So that should be interesting to see, but I think I'm going to stick with Horizon 3 because I'm more into those open world racers. Alright. So State of Decay 2, that's another game I'm hoping to see. They're obviously going to show it. I'm really hoping for a release date on that one, and it's going to be fun to play that game once it finally does come out, because this one's going to have online co-op, so you're going to be able to team up with other people, kill all the zombies around you, you know. I played the first one a little bit on the Xbox One, but I don't know, it was okay, but it wasn't really anything special to me. I mean, it was cool, but I think it's really for like, you know, it's not really for everyone. It's like to me, it's like a niche game, honestly. It's a zombie game, but like the actual gameplay is very different from like other zombie games. You know, especially since it's not first person. You know, it's not like Dying Light. It's not like the Call of Duty zombies. It's not like Left 4 Dead. It's more focused on like keeping like your group members and everything alive. You know, going out to get resources. You know, killing zombies. You know, that's another thing you're obviously going to be doing. But yeah, State of Decay 2, that should be good. I'm really hoping that comes out this year and doesn't get delayed. Sea of Thieves, that's another game that's coming out, and it looks okay, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna do that well. Um, it's a pirate game. You're gonna be playing as a pirate. You're gonna be facing off against other pirates. There's gonna be a bunch of like ship battles. You're gonna be using cannons to destroy other players' ships and like sinking them, and they're also gonna be like going, looting like treasure chests and all this other stuff. It sounds cool, but honestly, I don't really know if it's gonna be a good buy for like $60. I feel like they might turn that game into they're either gonna push it into early access, or they're gonna release it as a free-to-play game and then just make money off the microtransactions, which I could see them putting in. And I think that game is probably, if it doesn't come out this year and it comes out next year, honestly, I don't I don't think it has a chance, because Red Dead is coming out next year, Far Cry is coming out next year. There's a lot of stuff coming out next year. Possibly the new Cyberpunk game by CD Projekt Red, the guys that made Witcher 3. But I'm gonna save all that for another video. Crackdown 3, that's another game that I'm pretty sure they're gonna show at the Xbox show. Crackdown 3, the demo that they showed originally with all the tech demo they showed with like the destructible like buildings and shit, like that was cool, but like it was just like a demo, really. It wasn't, and also it was like dependent on like the cloud, which is something that they've been talking about in the past. They talked about the cloud in the past, but I mean, it's gonna be like the first game to actually utilize it in like a way that everyone can see, like, the big impact it has in a game. I don't know. I'm hoping it turns out good. I hope it does. I would love to play that game like online with like some friends, and maybe go through like the story together and like just like blow shit up, and like it looks like it could be really fun. I feel like that game might come out next year also. I feel like maybe we'll get like some like multiplayer beta this year, and then it might come out next year. I don't know, that's just me. Maybe it will come out this year, but I don't know. I don't know, because they haven't really shown much apart from the tech demo, so how could they be ready to release it this year? If it does come out this year, it'll come out with the Scorpio probably. Alright, the next game I want to talk about, I'm not really going to say much about this one because no one really knows much about it. They will be showing it at E3 though. Project Dylan. Now this is a game that's being made by BioWare. Everyone knows who BioWare is. The guys who did like Mass Effect, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, those games. This Project Dylan game is supposed to be like a MMO type game, but not like super MMO. It's supposed to be like Destiny and like The Division, where it's not like 100% like MMO. It's not going to be like World of Warcraft, but it'll have like MMO elements in the game. And that's supposed to be EA's answer to like stuff like Destiny and The Division. Destiny has been super successful. The Division, I mean, not so much. Alright, moving on to the next thing I want to see. I want to see Phil Spencer come out and like announce original Xbox games like backwards compatibility for Xbox One and the Scorpio. Like, imagine if they do that. That'd be so awesome, because then you'd be able to play original Xbox 360, and then all the new games all like on the Scorpio and the OG like Xbox One. That'd be really cool. I'm really hoping they do that, because there's so many original Xbox games that have been released that have been like pretty much forgotten. There's a lot of like Microsoft IPs from like the original Xbox like that were never re-released or anything. So if they could make all those games backwards compatible, that would be awesome. Let me see. I'm hoping to see a new Banjo-Kazooie, like a Banjo-Kazooie 3, or I've heard rumors that there might be a remake of the first one. either way, I really hope there is like some new Banjo game. That's like the original one. That's like the first game because I played that one and I played the second one on my Xbox 360 and again on the Xbox One with Rare Replay, and I really enjoyed them. Um, it'd be really nice if Microsoft, would finally get Rare or some other company to like release like a third game. That'd be awesome. And let me see. What I want besides Banjo-Kazooie 3, the other big platformer game that I'd like to see on the Xbox again is Conquer. So the original Conquer came out on Nintendo 64. It was called Conquer's Bad Fur Day. It was this 3D platforming game that was made by Rare, the guys who made Banjo-Kazooie, Battletoads, Jet Force, Gemini, I think. Yeah. I played the Conquer's Bad Fur Day, the N64 version, through Rare Replay, and oh my god, that game, while the controls were a little like weird and the gameplay was very like outdated, it was still like fun in a way, in a weird way. It was kind of like a guilty pleasure, but I really like to see like a new Conquer game. That would be really cool. With like new graphics, new shiny graphics, like have all the old platforming, like updated though, like update all the platforming, but keep it in, and all the have some like new like movie references, because the old one had references to like Alien and like Matrix and Saving Private Ryan. So it'd be cool if they release a new one and it has like, the platforming and all the funny like references to like movies and stuff. That'd be great. And keep all like the swearing and stuff in there, because in the first game like Conquer like says so much like messed up. Everyone in that game is just crazy, but I hope they release a sequel. And then the last thing that I like to see in Microsoft's conference is a new Halo game, but like everyone else has been saying like Halo 6, like we want this game. 343 said they were going to show something. Some people are saying Halo 6. Another group of people are saying Halo Wars 2 DLC, which I haven't even picked up that game yet, so I mean, if they do announce DLC, then alright, that's nice, I guess. But what I like to see is a spin-off game like Halo ODST 2, because the first ODST game was really, really good. Love the music, the setting, the gameplay. It was pretty much a Halo 3 expansion, but they released it as like a standalone. It became its own thing. But I really like to see a sequel, because they could still like do stuff with that team, the ODST characters from the first ODST game. Like they could have like a whole new campaign. They could have an actual multiplayer mode this time. They could like, it could be something really awesome. So I hope they make like I hope 343 is like announcing like Halo ODST 2, because that would be really awesome. Love the first one. Halo 6, we're not going to see anything about that until next year, honestly. And Halo 3 Anniversary, which is another thing that people have been talking about. I don't think we're going to see that either, because we already have the Master Chief Collection. What's the point? Halo 3 also still looks decent. It doesn't look like crap, so it doesn't really need a remake or whatever. Like Halo 2, how we got like Halo 2 Anniversary. Yeah, Halo 3 does not need that. So yeah, Halo ODST 2. I'm really hoping they show that. That would be awesome. Okay, so let me see. Alright. The next, so I'm done talking about what I want to see at the Xbox Microsoft show. I like to get started on the PlayStation Sony show, but this video is almost nearing the end. So what I'm gonna do is, in the next part, I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff I want to see at their show in this video, and then I'll make a part 2, and I'll continue with Sony. And then I'll move on to EA, Ubisoft, and everyone else. Alright, so, alright, let's get started with what I want to see at the PlayStation slash Sony conference. Alright, so for starters, I want to see the God of War. I want to see more God of War gameplay. They showed gameplay last year. I was impressed. It looked awesome. I want a release date because people are saying January of next year. Other people are saying it's coming out this year. I'm not really sure when it's going to come out, but I really want a release date. I want more gameplay for God of War. And another thing that would be cool is if they show like a God of War collection, like if they remastered the first 2 games and the spin-off games, like the side games that they made for PSP, I think. If they put all those in a collection for PS4, that'd be awesome. I know they have them on PlayStation now, but I'm not really interested in that. So if we could get like real remasters of all those older God of War games, that'd be great. Let me see. Next thing, Last of Us Part 2 release date and gameplay. I want more gameplay, and yeah, I want a release date. Probably not gonna happen, but it would be nice. Spider-Man release date and some like actual gameplay, because they did show something for Spider-Man last year, but it wasn't really like traditional gameplay. It was more of like a like a cool trailer that they showed off. There was, I think, like 2 or 3 like moments in that like trailer that they showed that I think it was gameplay, but I want to see some actual gameplay this year, and I want a release date for that new Spider-Man game that's being made by Insomniac, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That game looks awesome. Can't wait for it. And the last thing I want to talk about before this video is over is Death Stranding. I want a release date. Probably not going to get it. And I really, really want to see like some actual gameplay, because Death Stranding, all the stuff we've seen so far is like really freaky and weird, and it's cool at the same time. It's being made by Kojima. I'm really, really hoping we see some gameplay. Anyways, video's over, so I'll see you guys in part 2.